is here from Sally's Diet Right.
Now it's Ask the Dietitian with Sally Sawaya from Sally's Diet Right.
Welcome, Sally Sawaya.
Thank you, Gavin.
So, nasty day outside. How was your drive in this morning?
It was okay, but it's like 4 degrees here, Gavin.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
You went over the mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's a bit foggy over the mountain.
It was, but I mean, it's okay. Last week I couldn't make it anyway because it was snowing and maybe, ice on the road.
Could have got stuck at Radio 1. I got stuck here once and I had to sleep at Radio 1.
You're joking. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, we had a bedroom.
How bad was it?
There was a bedroom here once. They've got rid of the bedroom now.
You could have walked home. Isn't this when you lived in Beit Mary, if it was that long ago?
No, I lived in Baghdad.
Baghdad, it's even further. Okay.
No, I couldn't have walked.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I had to stay here and on one of the bunk beds.
Ooh. Was anyone sharing the bunk bed?
There was somebody on the lower bunk, yes.
Okay.
I didn't have a cover, so I had to cover myself with various cloths that I found.
Nice.
The ones that are used to clean the floor. Anyway, why are we talking about this?
Horrible.
Sally Sawaya, Sally's Diet Right. You can find Sally online. It's sallysdietright.com or Sally's Diet Right on Facebook. And Sally can answer any question that you might have.
Yes, anything about dieting, about food, about nutrition.
Yes.
What else can you answer?
Anything about related to nutrition conditions like pregnancy, like high cholesterol, triglycerides, blood pressure.
Yeah.
Digestive problems, anything related that we can manage with good foods.
WhatsApp number is 03-887-000. If you have a question for Sally this morning, we'd love to hear from you.
We don't have any questions that have come in yet. Did we have any from last time?
No,
we didn't have any from last time.
So you can ask any question you want, Olga.
Any question I want?
Nutrition.
I actually found this article, which was on allure.com, and it's the 11 diet foods that make you fat.
Really? There are diet foods that make you fat?
Or at least people think that they're diet foods, and maybe they're not. Like, for example, hummus is the first one.
Hummus is actually very healthy, Olga, but
maybe when you add the
too much. Yeah, because tahini is pure fat.
Yeah.
It is the good fat, though it's the good fat, and it's good for your cholesterol in your body. However, if you have too much hummus, it adds up the calories. For example, 2 tablespoons are about like 150 calories. Mm-hmm. So if you have a whole plate, then it will pile up.
Yeah.
It piles up, so more calories than you're burning.
But it is healthy.
Yeah, it is healthy. It's definitely healthy. And it's the thing in the US, they're crazy about hummus.
Yeah.
They dip everything in hummus, you know,
were
all
telling
the vegetables.
You told us you were in Atlanta at this diet conference, and hummus was one of the...
Yeah, and they have, flavored hummus, other flavored. Like they call beets hummus, other bean hummus. So they do everything as a hummus. They love it.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's really a healthy snack. I do recommend it with some, baked crackers or some bread, vegetable dip, but not in excess, definitely.
Okay. They also write about grapes and nuts.
Yeah, Olga, we always put the plate of grapes or fruits and dig into the whole plate.
Yeah.
Again, although fruits are really, really healthy, but if you count 15 grapes, it's like 1 fruit, so it's 60 calories. Imagine, like, if you're having a lot more, then again, the calories will pile up.
So it's just about the quantity, basically.
It's about the
because
quantity.
People think it's healthy, they end up eating more.
Yes.
Okay.
And green juice. What's green juice?
Well, this one, I was reading it. The green juices are like the stuff with like kale and whatever, but the thing is, because they taste like nothing, people have to add fruits to it, and when you're adding the fruits, that's where the calories come from.
Yeah, the same thing. The same thing, Olga.
Yeah.
So thank you for your questions this morning on 03-887-000.
So somebody says, Sally, can we eliminate carbohydrates from my diet to get thinner, or at least extremely decrease the carbs from my diet?
I don't recommend removing carbohydrates completely from the diet, because the carbohydrates give you energy and it helps you sustain your blood sugar in a way. So, and if you eliminate the carbohydrates, then you will have some side effects, headaches, nausea, maybe dizziness. So we don't recommend eliminating at all. You just need to change your carbohydrates from the white carbs that you're used to brown carbs or whole grain carbohydrates.
Okay.
With a studied portion, a controlled portion. So if you want to eliminate carbohydrate, the only thing we can do is that at night, if you really want to decrease your carbohydrates, you can remove your carbs at night.
Okay.
But during the day, you should have carbs.
It's really hard to find, though, like the whole wheat pasta.
they are in the special section, Gavin. Like
In
if
the
you go
diet
to the
section.
diet section, you will
Oh,
find
really?
loads of
Yeah.
brands there. Yeah.
Is that where it is?
Yes.
We've had some. It's good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Even brown rice, burghul, quinoa, other types of whole grains. If you can incorporate
I
them
don't
in your
like the diet section. It just looks
No,
medical
it
to
always
me.
looks so yummy. I always want to go on a diet as soon as I go in there.
They're nice biscuits, nice crackers, like whole grain
Exactly.
crackers. So I do recommend you visit, Gavin.
Okay, I will. Next time.
Somebody says, my body doesn't burn carbohydrates, but I can't live off of proteins all the time. So what should I do to lose weight?
Definitely, you're
Is
right.
this a condition?
It is a condition. If you have high insulin, you're hyperinsulinemic because your body doesn't deal with sugar the right way.
Right.
This normally happens when someone has central obesity or when he has fat in his belly area.
Okay.
This condition happens because of that, because of the excess fat. We put them a bit on a high protein diet, on a moderately high protein diet. We don't eliminate carbohydrates completely. And then when the body starts responding to insulin again, we put them on a diet. So they don't have to go
like a
indefinitely on a high phase. When you lose weight, your body will respond properly to insulin and to carbohydrate-rich food. A normal diet.
Okay.
Let's talk about rice cakes.
Yeah, somebody says, how about rice cakes and the glycemic index of rice cakes?
It depends on the brand of the rice cakes. I do recommend that if you choose the whole grain one, not the rice cakes that are only white. So you need to choose the whole grain rice cakes or corn cakes, the one that you use the whole grain in the processing, and then it will be a low glycemic index. It will be moderately glycemic index. Glycemic index, we don't really look at it very much because but whenever you choose a product with high fiber content, then your body will.
We have a pregnant woman who wrote in. She says, hello, Sally. I'm 3 months pregnant. Can you please food retention because I'm feeling bloated?
Already?
Yeah.
Normally we start to feel bloated at the end of the pregnancy. So here again, you should drink more water because if you drink more water, you lose it more. You should drink more to have a normal balance and reduce your salt intake or salty foods. So salt is not only with the salt shaker, Olga.
It's inside crackers and cookies
pretzels and nuts, salted nuts, pickles, olives, soya sauce. So there are lots of things, canned food. So just avoid these and try to have the foods not high in salt, definitely.
Okay.
We're talking with Sally from Sally's Diet Right. We'll talk more after Pompeii and Bastille. And so is Sally Sawaya from Sally's Diet Right. Now is the time, of course, for going back to the gym. Everyone's doing this going back to the gym thing, getting our bodies ready for summer.
Yeah.
And lots of questions this morning about bulking up at the gym. Let's go through some of those questions this morning. The ones where people want to gain weight.
Well, somebody says my body burns calories very fast and I want to get fatter. What do I do? Another person says, good morning, guys. I'm on a fattening diet. I'm eating 6 meals a day plus protein shakes 3 times a day. My muscles are bigger now, but my weight is still stuck on 65 kilos. Any advice?
Gosh.
I think because he's eating more and he's eating more proteins, he's bulking up on muscles. Even I think even if it doesn't show, he's losing the fat. He's changing the composition of his body.
Right.
He's gaining muscles and losing fat. So I think he should eat more from the good carbs and fat, not only proteins.
Yeah.
So proteins makes you. I mean, if you exercise very well in the gym with a good protein combination, you have good muscles. But you need extra calories that you can get from carbohydrates and fat also to gain weight healthily. So just concentrate on the good fats like those found in avocados, on nuts, olive oil over your dishes, as well as good carbs, the brown carbs. And even if you're like having a cooked meal, just add a bit more pasta, a bit more potatoes, a bit more rice, just to have more calories.
Okay.
Especially for those people with fast metabolism, they need to eat more to gain weight.
So if you need to bulk up, more carbohydrates, you're saying?
Not only protein, Gavin, it's the three of them. The proteins, the carbohydrates, and the good fats. It's a combination of the three.
Can you remind us what the good fats are again?
Yeah, they're found in avocados, in nuts, and olive oil, canola oil. Okay, these are the main
the main things.
Main good fats.
Then we have people
not
who
the fried food.
There's people who want the exact opposite. This text says, "What's the fastest way to get rid of the holiday weight gain?" And I think we're all dealing with that.
Yeah, I think you need to do that very soon, because if it piles up, it's really
it's gonna get worse. And it's cold now, so it's always so easy to keep eating.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, there's a theory that says, actually it's a fact, that you gain at least 2 kilos during the winter.
Yeah.
And we don't want to do that. So you have to exercise first, and someone just to send us a nice text about...
Yeah, they just messaged without a question. They said, why can't people just move more?
Exactly.
Yeah, move more, yeah.
This is what we always recommend with a healthy diet. So definitely you need to move at least 5 times a week for 30 minutes minimum.
Okay.
So that's the recommendation. And eat healthily. I mean by that, just have 5 small meals with healthy snacks in between the main meals. Try to avoid sweets as much as possible, fried food, chips, excess nuts, these fattening foods, and go for not energy dense foods. We don't want to have too much calories. Just concentrate on salads, vegetables, fruits, whole grains,
things that fill up your stomach without giving you calories.
Yes. Soups, now it's the season. Vegetable soups are a great way to fill your stomach, to eat little
but
bits.
not the creamy ones.
No. The clear ones,
which are the best ones.
Yeah.
What about sugar in tea and coffee? Should we be having our coffee with no sugar?
Yeah, if you handle that without sugar, I do recommend it.
Yeah,
if not, you can put like a sweetener. You can go for the natural sweeteners if you don't want any artificial sweetener.
It adds so much sugar to your day, like you don't even realize, because especially in the winter, I drink so much tea or coffee or something.
Exactly, Olga. And if you put like 3 teaspoons of sugar, that's 60 calories. That's a piece of fruit. I would rather go that you'd eat the piece of fruit instead of the sugar. Instead, put just an artificial sweetener, and you have a 0 calorie tea.
My mother did this test back in the 1970s. We used to have sugar in our coffee, and she said, right, we're going to stop having sugar in our coffee, and you wait, in 2 weeks' time, I'm going to give you a coffee with sugar in, and you'll say it tastes disgusting. And I said, no, it won't, Mummy, no. So for a couple of days, coffee with no sugar, it tasted awful. And then I got used to it. And then after 2 weeks, she said, okay, right, let's do the test then. So she gave me a cup of coffee with sugar in, and it tasted disgusting.
Yeah.
It's true. I can't have a lot of sugar in my coffee and tea now. Even if I have sugar, it's just a tiny bit.
You just gets used to the...
It's true, the flavor.
Yeah.
So if you want to cut out sugar from your coffee, do that 2-week test where you just
bite the bullet for a while and then you'll be better.
Don't have sugar in your tea or coffee for 2 weeks and see how you get on. It's in the beginning it's hard, but eventually you'll try a coffee with sugar and it just tastes absolutely revolting.
And speaking of quitting things, Kareem says he's trying to quit smoking, and is there any kind of diet he needs to stick to continue going to the bathroom and not gaining weight? So...
Yeah, because cigarette smoking just increases the metabolism. So when you stop, you will lose weight if you don't. You will gain weight if you don't take care of your diet. I congratulate Kareem for his initiative. It's very important for his health. As for food, again, he has to manage the food. I know they crave more sugar after they stop cigarettes, so try to go for whole grain sandwiches and healthy snacks, like fruits, dried fruits and nuts, instead of going for the chocolate bars or other fattening things. So just be aware of the quality of food you are eating, and don't overindulge with the quantity too. So.
Okay, somebody here is traveling soon. They want to know what foods they can eat so they don't feel bloated.
Yeah,
it's very important.
Yeah, it's everybody's concern these days. Just like I advised before, you need to drink lots of water, and we don't feel thirsty during winter.
Yeah.
So you need to make yourself like water. Maybe even if you can flavor it with lemon or orange blossom or something.
Actually, somebody had a question about lemon water. They asked about if lemon water is beneficial, especially if you go before you sleep.
It is. I mean, it is good. Actually, it gives you also a dose of vitamin C. So why not? You can have it in the morning or at night or any time during the day. There's no preference.
Okay.
In addition to water, to avoid bloating, other than water, just avoid also salty foods, so you don't have water retention. Also, if food makes you feel bloated, avoid it, like too much cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, maybe some beans. Just have a small portion. Don't have too much, or else you'll feel bloated.
Okay.
And have like a yogurt pot that ends with an iya, which has the probiotics. That's very good for bloating and makes you regulate your digestive system.
Excellent. And do we have time for more questions?
One more.
Okay. good foods for lowering high blood cholesterol. So if somebody has high blood cholesterol, what are the good foods that they should eat?
Okay, so I guess everybody knows that the bad food for cholesterol are the fatty foods that come from animal origin, like butter, like, croissants, cakes, fatty meats.
The meaning of life. You're describing it right now.
Food. So everything they should avoid that. In contrast, everything that's green and vegetables and orange vegetables, red vegetables, they contain the antioxidants that help reduce the cholesterol, as well as definitely moving more with exercise. Beans and oats, because they're rich in...
they're good for your heart.
Yeah, they're very good for your heart. And oats, because they're rich in soluble fiber, which is great for lowering cholesterol.
A yes or no question. One last one. Does gluten-free products help in diets?
No, and we can elaborate on that next time.
Okay.
Okay. Sally Sawaya, thank you for coming in this morning.